Yeah, thanks, Mayor. And thank you, everybody, for your really kind comments. It does mean a great deal to me. This has been, I was reflecting on it, and it really has been both an honor and a privilege. And I think that's sort of an overused term, but it's the best thing that I could really settle on. In listening to the proclamation, the thing that I wanted to correct at the end was the statement about people taking pause to think about my accomplishment. It's like the furthest thing that I want today is to people to think about my accomplishments. And I know the council is, it's all about what you got done, right? And I think it's a good point to have an opportunity to think through that. But none of that is done in a vacuum. None of it's done alone. It's done with the rest of the folks here on council. It's done with the people in the community that speak up and bring ideas to the council, and it's done with our staff. And so I think, for me, I hope that people just pause to honor, Elizabeth and her staff here at the city. I mean, there are hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people that work at the staff level to implement, the will of the council and the will ultimately of the people who live here in the city. And that really is the biggest honor is all of the public servants that serve this community, doing everything that they do. I mean, honestly, it's pretty incredible. We at the council are kind of up at our level, but the work actually gets done with our staff, and really nothing that the council does or says can get done without the support of our staff.
Holy smokes. Well, where do you start after all of that? I'm feeling the love, and thank you for those comments and those reflections and the beautiful proclamation, which is right here behind me in the magic of Zoom world. I think it's important for you moving forward to take some time to talk about accomplishments and things that you have done, that the council has done collectively, because we get so caught up in what is not working that we forget to take a look at what is working and what's been done. And while the work is never done, it's important to stop and celebrate that. And you've done that for me here tonight. I appreciate that so much. But none of that was done in isolation, and all of those accomplishments should have your names on that as well. So take some time and give yourself some credit, because we focus on what's not working and what needs to be done, and people expect us to fix things, and we do, you do, and I've been fortunate to be a part of that.
Well, thank you, Mayor, and thank you to my colleagues. I'm probably actually going to have to read something just so I can stay within the time constraints. And also, I don't really like to ever put too much attention to myself. And I'm sorry that you had to serve so many years with me. I'm not easy on colleagues. and for Councilwoman Ushka, I wouldn't have run again if those dastardly issues would have gone away, but they still remain. And it is clear that even in joking, I'm not a patient person. And really, that was why I served to begin with. My service and interest in serving the community was born of the most important decision I ever made in my life, which was where I was going to start and raise a family. And in the time that I've served on this council, I've seen them grow up and now have one within striking distance of being able to make a change if they want to move to another community. So it's always been out of a sense of how do I work and lend my experiences of having lived all over the country due to my military service, and frankly all over the world, to making sure that Tacoma was a world-class city, that it could hold its own for services, amenities, for safety, for investments of any community that any of us could decide to live in. So, and I truly believe in the global world we live in now, in the global economy. We're no longer able to live on our laurels of whether or not you're just got the hometown hookup. You're competing against every other community for how well they provide what is essential to citizens. And I believe it's safety and a sense of community and opportunity.